Wix Studio, the platform for agencies and enterprises to manage clients and projects with max efficiency, sharing Wix's SEO tech to help you drive growth.
Fix errors, waste, and issues in a couple of clicks. Get alerted whenever you're off track. Sign up at trueclicks.com.
So hi, nice to see all of you. I'm Collette Masso del Llano. Excellent pronunciation of the name there. I really appreciate it. So I am director and co-founder of Context Marketing Consultancy, and we have been going for a couple of years. But we really want to address marketing operations strategy and customer experience within businesses. We really want to be helping organizations reach the right customers with the right message at the right time in their journey. And we really want business to know what it really means to be customer-centric. The irreplaceable Nikki Graham there, which is always in part of my introduction of who I am. As Becky said, I'm a digital marketer at heart. I have done in-house roles from SEO executive to global director. I'm not an SEO as a rule, but I am here as a general marketer to kind of talk to you about the gaps between SEO and customer experience. I talk a lot about marketing strategy, and I really feel that marketing is probably one of the lowest valued roles and teams in an organization at the moment, and this is what I'm really passionate about. And yeah, wine drinking cat lady. My cats don't make any appearances in this today, unfortunately. However, if you follow me on LinkedIn, they absolutely are all over it. Okay, so why did I want to talk to you about the gaps between customer experience and SEO? So over the years, as an in-house marketer, I've worked with numerous great digital marketing agencies who've spent a lot of time and energy researching loads of opportunities around SEO for our SEO strategy as part of a wider marketing plan. I'm going to give you an example, but I'm going to name no names. I was working with a new agency. I was working with a retirement brand at the time. They did a huge amount of research, which took several months, and they produced this absolutely humongous spreadsheet. It was incredible the amount of work that was put in, really categorized into that awareness, consideration, and conversion groups for us. What we then proceeded to do was spend the next 2 years only concentrating on the conversion keywords and losing all the other areas of potential. And that was on both sides. We had conversion targets that we had to hit, so we just lost all the other potential. And it really led me to wonder, which is why I'm here today, is why do we as SEOs, as agencies, as in-house marketeers, why do we concentrate so much on search intent? And I wonder if that's going to be controversial in a room full of SEOs. Is it just because there is just that high volume of traffic for keywords? And does that automatically mean that that high volume is right for not only my brand, but also my actual customers? It's taken me on a journey to better understand how customer experience is viewed by public and what that has an effect on your marketing efforts. So to fully explore where the gaps are, I really want to have a look and take a step back and know what we mean by customer experience. So there can often be confusion between being customer experience and being customer centric. They are so intrinsically linked, both being major buzzwords before AI took over everything. So fundamentally, a focus on customer experience demonstrates what customers get from you as a brand, which tends to lead to businesses becoming more customer-centric, which is a big part of many business missions. As McKinsey here says, it encapsulates everything a business or organization do to put customers first, managing their journeys and meeting their needs. Which leads me to think about customer satisfaction and how it actually influences spending behavior. So one of the biggest hurdles to get over in a business is equating happy customers to profit and not just seeing customers as the purchases they make with you. So the Institute of Customer Service does research every year and benchmarks a wide range of industries and consistently comes up with this conclusion. The most highly satisfied customers will spend more every purchase and will go on to buy more products. So from my perspective, I think, isn't it the best interest for businesses to give the great customer experience at every stage of a customer's buying journey? Well, the answer is yes. But unfortunately, businesses are not really recognizing that value of positive customer interactions. So over the past 4 years, the Institute of Customer Service Research has shown a steady decline in customer experience. And this doesn't seem to be restricted to any one industry. It happens across the board. So other stats from this research show that 41% of people interviewed would avoid dealing with the organisation again in the future if they even had one bad overall experience. And 31% of customers prefer excellent service, even if it costs more. It resonates with building trust in organisations, being able to get better support and advice, and there's that perception that they're getting a better quality product. So if there's declining customer experience, why are marketers focusing and what are they focusing their energy on? And I suspected it was a keen focus on acquisition, but this stat really said it for me. So e-commerce brands were spending on average of over 80% of their marketing budget on top of the funnel campaigns in 2023. And it wasn't just e-commerce, other industries were just as bad. This leaves just 20% of marketing budgets in-house being spent on other campaigns, which is including retention. SEO plays such a pivotal role in pulling in newly acquired leads or traffic right into the top of that funnel. So businesses, either if you're working in-house or if you're working with an agency, we need to be convincing people to get better at spreading out where they spend their time, their money, and their resources. So there's an expectations of customers in the UK. 63% of customers expect businesses to know and meet their unique needs. They want to have a two-way conversation with you, and they want to be able to build a relationship with you as a brand. Which has led me to here. So SEO shouldn't just be about driving traffic and focusing on that conversion. It should be focusing more across the whole of that customer journey. You're missing huge opportunities if you're just looking at that top of the funnel search intent. So customer experience is often seen as customer service. That team that you phone when you have a complaint, when you want to talk to somebody about something that you've just bought, or you have a query about something. Therefore, from an SEO standpoint, most people think customer experience is pretty much covered by, content creation, focused around high volume keywords, making a website perform better and faster, and designing pages for better mobile experience. And this is here where the gaps start to emerge for us, as your customers need more than a bit of post-sale support from SEOs to make their decisions. Don't get me wrong, all those things are incredibly important and they should definitely be done. And I'm 100% not saying that you shouldn't do any of those things. Please don't quote me or message me about that. But getting a better understanding of why those gaps are appearing is just here. So keywords for different stages of a customer journey are deprioritized for those which have more visible profit for a business. Therefore, if keywords are being deprioritized, then minimal time is being spent creating supporting content, all of which is needed to help drive further consideration, discovery of new products, solving customer service issues, and building that trust and transparency that customers and people are craving from you. Supporting content is often deemed so far less important than high transactional page, so there's less supporting content being created and there's more gaps in customers' requirements. One of my biggest things is about vanity metrics, and I think that vanity metrics are driving an SEO strategy in my experience. Using the possibility of high volume keywords to drive in volumes of traffic is just not enough to accurately measure how well a customer is experiencing your brand. There are other metrics that you need to be looking at, even down to things like website errors, how fast is your website, sentiment surveys, your NPS scores, and even what sort of transcriptions your live chat is getting. They're going to be much more powerful metrics to be used to inform where SEO time and energy should be spent. So a great example of this is I used to work for an insurance company, super exciting stuff. But they've been doing a lot of work trying to get more people to buy their home insurance product, and they were competing really heavily on, a bit more long tail stuff about, burglaries. What they did was that they then dived into their own data and found out, contrary to belief, that actually the most burglaries that happen is over Halloween and not Christmas like they suspected. What they then did was they created a whole hub of information around that. And what that did was that not only helped existing customers and new customers together, over the next 2 or 3 year period, they actually saw home claims decrease as a result of doing some extra information and diving into their own data. So we've seen just how important good experience is. So why is marketing still being seen as a funnel? So vanity metrics is one of my pet hates. Marketing funnels are another pet hate of mine. There's so many variations of funnels out there when you kind of look online, but this is kind of the most standard kind of bits and pieces here. But if you're just constantly pushing people down a funnel, what happens when they hit advocacy and they hit that bottom point? Where do they go? Do they just fall out? Do they just get forgotten about? Moira is always my spirit animal. We just need to make that stop, and I'm here to really implore you to kind of start looking things in a different way. Start thinking as SEO and marketing in general as part of a cycle and not a funnel. Because people can move from one side to the other to different stages and not be losing anything. In fact, you can be gaining more. And SEO can play such a key part in that, making sure that you're not just, there's a bit of awareness, there's conversion, great. Actually, this is where you can start working with other channels and producing some really quality content. So I lose my place. So how can SEO fill in the gaps of customer experience? Well, all of these things. It's really tough when businesses are so often focused on the quick wins, and we've all been there where we just want the quick wins. At the top of the funnel, transactional work. But by creating the right message at the right time, in the right place, you can actually make SEO as part of that wider journey and making interactions not only more enjoyable, but actually a more profitable experience. So we now know and have the same idea about what customer experience is, and we recognize some of those gaps. But where can SEOs get extra insight for customer experience gaps? My personal favorite, CRM and email. So a well-configured CRM and email automation programs and the data they can give you will be an SEO's best friend. Not only because of the demise of cookies, making a CRM platform the all-powerful beating heart of an organization, but by analyzing the data from email content engagement to A/B testing results, SEOs can start creating and driving content, advising on site structure, and making conversion point changes that will retain and nurture existing customers. So according to Forbes, businesses have a 60 to 70% chance of selling to an existing customer, however, only between a 5 and 15% chance of selling to a new customer, meaning that a retention strategy is the most cost-effective, long-term way that needs to be built into an SEO strategy. And SEMrush calculates, though, that only 44% of companies calculate their customer retention rate. So there's a huge opportunity there. SEO should start taking a bit of ownership now in creating bespoke pages that increases the chance of second, third, fourth purchases, discovery of new products, and helping customers become those brand advocates we so desperately want them to be. So reviews and feedback. We've heard from several people today about how reviews and feedbacks are so important, but that social proof is so absolutely important. It helps build up that trust and that sentiment and helps you really become audience first. It's also great from that conversion point, but speaking from experience, if you're running surveys and you're asking people their opinion, you've got to action what they say, and you've got to be really transparent about what you're going to be doing for it, because otherwise all that hard work is going to be lost. So social media, SEO shouldn't just work in a silo away from social media, and sometimes it does feel that there's a competition between it. But you can learn a lot from the insights that social media can provide, especially from community management and social listening. Understanding customers' real needs in real time really helps provide new avenues for SEO strategy that search intent simply can't. So I love a stat today, apparently. But apparently there are stats that show that customer satisfaction increased 9% year on year through social media, yet there's actually a regular decrease of 7% on websites. So even if you're doing excellent SEO, the experience that people are getting on a website is in decline, but actually social media is in the up. So this has now got to be a great chance for social media and SEO to start becoming best friends. Business insight cannot be underestimated how powerful it can be for you. If you are working in an agency, or even if you are working in a business, you should be able to get it, but try and get things like latest financial reports from the businesses, or any trends or purchasing trends, or any conversations that are happening with you. Knowing vision, mission and strategy changes can help inform SEO to pivot messaging to customers, reducing losses and keep on building that trust. Also, business insights can mean understanding the type of website support that is needed in place to help make your existing platform better. So this is where SEO can work with agencies to be able to make that experience a better place for everybody. But you might be asking, why is this the responsibility of SEOs? It has never been more important for SEO not to work in a silo than it is today, with customers blurring the lines between channels, between research, engaging, them purchasing. Excuse me. Have you seen Curry's latest TikTok stuff? It's incredible. So what they're doing is they're picking up on some trends, and they're doing these really amazing videos. And I've got stats here. They recently did a TikTok for this Shark Ninja double stack air fryer. Who doesn't love an air fryer? It delivered 2.3 million views, 187,000 likes and 70,000 shares without any ad spend whatsoever. And they had some really amazing community engagement from it. It's amazing. But if you then look online and you search for the Shark Ninja double stack air fryer, actually the meta doesn't match the page. There's no reference to that campaign. The wording that's used on both sides just don't match, and there's no customer reviews. It's a real missed opportunity from two teams to have really worked together and maximised both that experience for people who have seen that campaign and also who haven't. And like we've heard earlier in the session today, it's more about being search in general than just search engines. SEO needs to embrace more channels under the umbrella of search. So, some key takeaways from me. At the beginning of this talk, I really wanted you to be aware that there were gaps between customer experience and SEO. We walked through why customer experience is so important and how SEO is such a key role. So my key takeaways for you today are: take action, talk to your customers, see the data and understand their needs. Don't let SEO work in a silo. You are so much more than just search engine right now. SEO is evolving, and be part of it. Don't prioritize top of the funnel keywords. Every single stage of that journey matters, and you need to be making sure that you're addressing each stage. And there is more to SEO than search intent. So that's me, my second favorite GIF of all time. So feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. The deck will be on there, as well as some notes. And thank you very much.
Monthly reporting making you want to shove sharp things up your nose? Try Dragon Metrics, the all-in-one SEO software with mind-blowing reporting tools.
Demand Sphere. Limitless visual insights from the SERPs. Unlimited dashboards and users. Easy to use and easy to scale your growth to new levels.